Lloyd!
Rob!
What's happening, buddy?
Boy.
Figured I'd come see you today.
No security in the Civic Center yet.
Not this time. Good to see you, my friend.
Let's have a seat over
Oh, I'd love to talk to you for a little bit if we
Yeah,
can. First of all, thanks for meeting with us today.
Sure.
And I'm looking forward to every month.
You did just kind of burst in.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Well, I mean, how many times have you done that to our studio? Just
many times. Usually I just come knock on the window.
Knock on the window and we
dark 30.
We come let you in and we just have a conversation, and that's just the way I want to do things here. First of all, you've got a gorgeous office. I had no idea you had such a nice thing. This is better than my office back at the radio station, I think.
Do you have an office?
Well, they call it a cube, which is short for cubicle, but it's nothing quite like this.
This is comfortable.
First thing that jumps out at me, Lloyd, are these framed Courier and Press front pages. I assume these are things that have happened in your term that you're proud of.
These were gifts from my staff a couple Christmases ago, representing some of our successes from our first term.
So, would you like to pick one of them or more and tell me about one of those things that you're proud of?
I'm proud of all of them. Probably the day that sticks out to me the most, the headline that reads, IU puts it downtown, and the large photograph there is of myself, Dr. Steve Becker, and I can't tell who the other person is from here, but that was at the in the atrium of the Wayne Henning atrium at Old National Bank, and there were 200 or 300 people there watching the IU Board of Trustees make the decision to award the medical school to downtown Evansville. Right
where we're located.
Right across from where you're located. And that was a really huge day. We got up very early. That I couldn't sleep the night before. And a committee of the Board of Trustees met early, so we watched that online in the conference room here. And they voted to recommend to the full Board of Trustees that it be located in Evansville. So that made us feel even better. But you know, it's never over till it's over. So we were all watching, and that was a really good day.
When do you suspect or expect the Med Center to be up and running here in Evansville?
So it is out your windows. You can see the progress that's being made. It's been topped off. So
we can hear it too.
Yeah, but do you feel the?
Sometimes we do. Yeah.
You don't know if it's an earthquake or just medical school. So it is it's been topped off. So the last piece of structural steel is in place. Construction will be completed in about a year. It will be ready for classes in August of 2017.
You're kidding me?
No, 2018.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, 17 sounds really fast.
No. So yeah, 2018.
Sure.
August 2018.
That still sounds. That's still a good
so
pace.
it'll take them the rest, another 12 months or so of construction. Then they'll install furniture, fixtures, equipment, and they'll be ready for classes in August of 18.
Will you tell the students that at this very spot was where Rob and Kat used to broadcast from every morning?
I could. I'd be happy to do that.
Or maybe like a Rob and Kat classroom?
There might be a dedication plaque like pointed to your studio.
Yeah.
Or to your cube.
Well, let's go with the studio. I feel like more magic has happened in the studio than the cube. You have a lot of stuff around here. I see a lot of their sports memorabilia. I see baseballs. I see hockey sticks. Is there something that's on display, like something on your wall that you'd like to tell us about, something special to you?
I really like the photographs of me at Busch Stadium. I got to throw out the first pitch at Evansville Day.
I remember that.
2 years in a row, actually. And it's funny, I've been able to do that. High school games, USI games, Otters games, and I'm not nervous about it. I was nervous at Busch Stadium.
Just because of the...
Well, here's the deal. So
you're a Cardinals guy.
I'm a big Cardinals guy. And so I thought I was going to be a professional baseball player for the Cardinals. But at about age 13, I realized that my skills were such that I probably needed to take up a lifetime sport.
This is, honest to God, Lloyd, I wanted to be an American gladiator until I was in 4th grade.
So you can relate.
Listen, the show went away. That's what I tell people. It's not a possible career choice anymore.
Well, I got to throw out the first pitch twice, and I was nervous. First, my name was on the big board.
Look at that. That's got to be exhilarating.
That's good. And then Fred Bird, the Redbird, takes you by the elbow, and he escorts you to the mound. That's 60 feet 6 inches. it seemed like it was 120 feet. It was so crazy.
Sure.
And I had this thing about always wanting to throw from the rubber and not in front of the mound.
Like a man. Like a boss.
So I threw a great 40-mile-an-hour straight ball.
Look at you.
Right over home plate. But last night I got to throw out the first pitch at the Harrison High School home opener.
Sure.
And they played my alma mater, Central. And I didn't realize they were playing Central. But so I got there and I warmed up in the bullpen before I threw out the first pitch. It was a nice pitch. I have a Don Mattingly signed ball, an Al Rabowski signed ball. I think I have the ball signed by the USI Screaming Eagles after they won the national championship. There's another ball over there that might be that ball.
Do you get to meet a lot of celebrities being the mayor of Evansville?
I would say a lot. I have when the Cardinal Caravan comes to town, I've been able to go to dinner with them, meet them, go to dinner with those players. So I've talked to Michael Waka and Matt Adams. So not a lot, but a few.
What about any like non-sports stuff? If let's say like Elton John comes into town and performs, do you get to have dinner with him?
I did not get to have dinner with Elton John. I went to the Journey concert last week. I didn't have dinner with any of the Journey guys.
Okay, but so that's not like a standard thing. They don't just come in and get ushered into your office.
No.
Is there anyone you'd like to meet, or someone that's been to Evansville you would love to have met, like say an Elton John or a Journey?
Yeah, I mean that would have been kind of a rush.
Yeah, I think so too. But so, to me, it's like my story is I had breakfast with Lloyd Winnecke one time.
Well, here's my biggest one. I had breakfast with Rob and his family.
that was we still talk about that.
When I write my book, that will be like probably an entire chapter.
I will write the foreword if you need someone to write the foreword for
good.
you. So lots going on in town locally. I know you were working on a lot at your desk when I walked in. What are some things you're working on like today?
Today I'm working on issues relating to the water and sewer utility.
Lots going on there.
Lots going on there, and I think that's when I talk to kids, to school groups, I always ask them this question: what is the one city department that everyone relies on every single day? And these hands will go up, and they'll say the parks, or the police department, or the fire department. Well, they're all available,
sure,
but we don't all utilize them every day. But we all do rely on the water and sewer department.
That's right. That's very true. And it has started to stink at some spots along Riverside Drive.
Well, we're working on the city's long-term control plan. This is the federal mandate.
You've been on top of this
by the EPA. So the Bee Slough area, which does have a very distinct odor at times, in the next few years will go away because it's all being redone. That's more than $100 million project.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the infrastructure that is being updated has been in place since like the 1800s, or early 1900s?
We have a lot of infrastructure that's been in place for 100 years. Our water treatment plant, as an example, which sits on Waterworks Road, beautiful old building, opened in 1900.
And was that, if I remember correctly, because it's been a year or two since we've talked about that, but was that met with resistance, updating this infrastructure? Because that seems like something that should be happening.
Well, people understand it. What they offer resistance to, which is totally understandable, is that we have to pay to upgrade it. So it means higher rates. And I can tell you, no mayor wants to come in and raise water rates and sewer rates.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, we have, like a lot of cities, a really old infrastructure.
I have
hundreds of miles of water line. Many of them are at end of life, or near the end of life. So when it gets really cold or really hot, what do you see?
Bursts.
Water main breaks.
Yeah.
So this year we're starting to replace 15 miles of water line a year, but it's very expensive.
Well, I thank you for keeping us safe and drinking healthy water and everything like that. Yeah. I still put it through a filter, but no disrespect to you. That's just the way we like it.
None taken.
Tell me about something else going on. What else was on your desk this morning?
I'm working on the State of the City speech. Oh yeah, the State of the City speech.
Really?
It's next Tuesday, the 11th.
Can you give us a little preview or a teaser for what you might have in store for us?
Well, it's going to be about a half an hour long.
Okay.
It's going to be a review of a lot of things that are going on. It's still a work in progress, and it's one of those it's kind of like remember when you were in school?
Yes.
You know, those papers don't write themselves.
That's true. That's true. They don't.
And maybe get a little more motivated as the hours draw closer.
I understand that.
As the deadline draws closer. So it's a lengthy speech. It'll be half an hour at least, and but it'll be a good. I'm pleased with where it is today.
In a word, what is the state of the city?
Strong.
Strong. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. What's the strength of the city?
7.5.
7.5. That's good, but room for improvement.
Yes.
And we have ways to improve it?
Yes.
Good. That's what I like to hear. One of the biggest stories that happened here locally, especially over the past year, has been the story involving Aaliyah Beckerly. Last week, there was huge developments that happened in this case. Is this something that you're able to take a level of pride in, and that we're able to kind of get a suspect apprehended, and hopefully it feels like justice is possible now?
That's a hard question to answer because it comes out of tragedy.
It sure does.
But I would say this: I have immense pride in the work done by the men and women of the Evansville Police Department.
I agree.
They have poured their hearts and souls into trying to solve this mystery. And
like you said about the paperwork, they don't solve themselves.
Right.
And I think that they get at least like on social media, they kind of get a bad rap about like, I don't like when I see people referring to them as, pigs or incompetent, because they're not.
We have extraordinarily well-trained police
Absolutely
department
we do.
And fire department. Our public safety agencies, I would say, are second to none. But I know specifically the detectives and the leadership team within the department that have worked on this case have put a lot of emotion and heart into this. It's been tough for them because they see literally a 16-year-old girl who could not take care of herself, who is nonverbal, who is now dead because of evil, and thankfully, because of their hard work, their stick-to-itiveness, they have a suspect, and hopefully justice will prevail.
Yeah. Do you feel confident that we will get justice?
I do.
I do too. I know Billy Bolin very well. I think he's an excellent chief of police. I've met so many of the staff that works with him. Incredible guys, and they are dedicated to bringing justice to this case. This one's gotten a lot of national spotlight, and this one's been very much a hot-button issue. Everyone's got their theories, and everyone's outspoken about it. That doesn't make things any easier, but I'm with you. I think that justice will prevail in this case. Yeah. And it would, while the details are awful to talk about, it made me happy that we finally had some sort of, not resolution, but we have a suspect, and that is a small victory. So I think that that's a wonderful thing, that we should remember and let justice play out too, because we don't know what's happening with this until everything comes out. So I do think that's one of the bigger issues here. Let me ask you this, Lloyd. One of my biggest hobbies in life is video games. Are you have you ever played video games, or do you ever in your spare time?
I have played video games. I would tell you my grandsons laugh at me because I am terrible.
What do you play with them?
Whatever they have. I couldn't even tell you.
Well,
but they'll get their DS out, right?
Okay, sure.
And they have to explain, oh, this A means jump, or the toggle you do that. I don't know.
Well, listen.
And I don't have a lot of extra time to play. I don't have the luxury of working in radio where I can sit around and play video games.
Well, that's a luxury that I'm still trying to figure out too. But I did get my hands. The brand new Nintendo Switch just came out last month. You can't buy them in stores; they're sold out everywhere. I've got my hands on one. I want to see
legally, I assume.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did
the way you said that.
No. Well, I do. I've got one, and
okay.
I wanted to see how you do at some of the games on this, if you could, real quick.
Okay.
Let's do a quick round of 1-2 switch.
What's this called again?
1-2 switch.
1-2 switch.
So we're gonna do some things like milk a cow, and we're gonna see who's the faster gunslinger in the West here. All right, we're gonna play quick draw here, Lloyd.
Okay.
So this is what's gonna happen. Now, just all you have to do is watch the video, and it will explain everything here. That's you, obviously. I've got the white cowboy hat. So you wait for the command, fire.
Yeah.
And then you point at my chest and you pull the trigger here. Okay.
Well, I point at you.
You're pointing at me. Now, if you're too quick or too late, you're not going to win. And if you're not pointing at my chest, you're not going to win either.
Gotcha.
So here we go.
So I don't do it until it says
fire.
Gotcha.
Okay. Hit your trigger.
Oh, I hit my trigger.
Hit your trigger.
Okay.
And you look at me in the eyes.
Very dramatic.
Nice job. Ready. Steady. Fire!
Let's find out who's what. Oh, you got me, Lloyd! I can't believe it! Nice job. Alright, so you pulled your trigger, and a dead-on shot. Look at that. Right in the middle. 0.2 of a second faster than me. Oh, I'm sorry, 200ths. Look at that score. Amazing.
Impressive.
All right, now let's see. Okay, so you're able to shoot me quicker. Let's see if you can milk a better cow than me, Lloyd. Now this is what we can sit for.
Okay, we're sit to milk the cow.
Here, all you do.
Do I need a bucket?
There's an imaginary bucket.
Oh.
And all you do is. So you see these two little buttons here? Those are like the. Imagine this. You're gonna hold it like that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pull down, and you're gonna push the top one first, the bottom one second, like you're getting the milk out of the cow. You got this? You're gonna try to.
Okay. This scares me that he's played this game and is explaining to me how to do it.
My girlfriend's good at this one.
Milk. Ready?
Right here.
I have to look at him while I milk.
Look at your hands as you milk.
How does this go? How long does this take?
I think it's like 30 seconds.
Oh, this is crazy.
Why am I?
Focus on pressing the button to make it work. Good work.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's my cow moo, and I can tell.
That's mine.
All done.
All right, we're done. Let's see how much we got.
Oh.
Win.
All right, this time I got you. 6 cups to 4.
All that work for 4 cups of milk?
All right, I've got one more for you, Lloyd. Oh, you got a nice start. You got 3 cups before I got any of them. But then I kind of figured out I got better positioning on the udder. And
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
and let's do one more. So this is going to be another one of the gunslinging ones. Winner take all, because I beat you in the cow and you beat me in the first gunslinger.
So is this a similar...
Same thing, you're waiting for the word fire. Any other word, don't fire. So there'll be sound alikes. So here, pay attention.
5, 4, 5, fire!
Got it?
Got it.
All right. Last one, winner take all, Lloyd.
And it's this one, right?
That's the trigger again, yeah. All right. Hirschbiel versus Winnecke. Winner take all. High noon in the Evansville Corral. All right, hit your trigger.
He's so serious.
Roll your cups.
Nice job. Ready. Steady. Foot. Forward. Flower. 5.
Boom! Shoot!
You jumped the gun.
I did jump the gun.
He jumped the gun.
And
Listen carefully.
I did not.
Lloyd, I humble myself before you. A defeated man. You beat me in video games, Lloyd. That's something you can put on your wall.
My grandson.
Courier Press.
They'll be surprised.
The next headline, Winnecke defeats Hirschbiel in video games.